So I just cracked myself up. Well, I won't say crack myself up, but I was just sitting here chuckling about my past week that I've had, and I had to call out of work this weekend because I just can't. I can't, and it's okay. Okay. So I'm like a part-time stay-at-home mom slash worker. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, and I'm home throughout the week. So I have OC all week, and pretty much just don't have them on the weekend. So that's why I said I'm like a part-time stay-at-home mom. Y'all full-time stay-at-home moms? You're a real one. You're a real MVP, and if anyone tries to guilt you and be like, "Oh well, you're a stay-at-home mom, you have tons of time," I'm gonna let you keep my kids for a whole week and let me know how much time you got. Okay. But all day, every day, I have a child, an arm in my face, somewhere. And it's respiratory season for those of you who do not know. If you work in pediatrics, you know it is respiratory season, and it is just so much fun. So I go to work, I'm suctioning, I got kids coughing in my face. I come home Monday morning, I am suctioning, and I have my own kid coughing right here. There's no mask because how am I gonna wear a mask at home? He's just gonna rip that off anyway. So what's the point? And this particular week is Aunt Flo's week. She's gonna snatch whatever week she feels like snatching. And this week of high respiratory, my kid's nose drainage goes from clear to like that yellowish color, which means he's getting sick. And then Aunt Flo is here for her visit. Oh, and then out of nowhere, I just get this ridiculous stomach bug from God knows where. And I have my child, you guys, baby nephew, the one y'all love so much, being an absolute terror. I know y'all thought it was cute when the water was on the floor and he's playing all in it, when he threw the powder all over the living room. Yeah, that wasn't okay. Mm-mm. Wasn't okay at all. In fact, I sent it to his grandmother in Nigeria, and she said, "Well done." I said, "Auntie, well done. I just caught out of work because mentally I cannot handle this right now when you're saying well done." Nigerians. And I know she was probably saying well done as, a child as being a child, which she is. I didn't even get mad. I couldn't get mad. And that's what made me kind of chuckle a little bit. I could not get mad because what wrong was he doing? He's freaking one. He barely knows the word right and wrong to say he knows right from wrong. He was playing. So how can I get mad? It just happened to so be that this just wasn't the week for you to play in a bunch of stuff. Because I can't. There's still powder in the living room somewhere. I just can't. And we all know when Flo is here to visit, man, you ain't got time for nobody. Nobody. And to those breastfeeding moms who have not had one and they've been breastfeeding for 2 years, God bless you. I got mine right out of 6 weeks of postpartum, okay? And it freaking sucks. It sucks. My uterus is about to fall out. My stomach is going crazy. I got my child coughing in my face. I'm trying to wipe the snot. It's dried all over his face. I'm also trying to take care of big nephew. He in high school smelling himself, but trying to be a good mop and mop. That's what I felt like, a mop. I'm trying to be a good mom, be present, be at his school, be at the activities. Oh, and make my kids home cooked meals because I'm trying to cook more and not eat out. That was just too many adulting things that remember that I'm doing by myself. Oh yeah, let's not forget that part. I'm married, but my husband's in Nigeria. And I will not take away from my village because I have a great village and a great support system. But let's all be honest. You can have all those things, but the reality is, as a parent, as a mom especially, it all falls on you. Even if I do get people to do things for me, I still have to organize them and prep the child if one child is going to go somewhere else or do something. That still involves time and energy that I just didn't have this week. I have it. So when it came time for work, I was like, I have slept for 3 hours. I have ran to the bathroom every hour, hour and a half on the hour. And my uterus still feels like it's about to fall out. I can't come. Now, is this something that I could have pushed through and I possibly would have gotten through the workday? Absolutely. But who am I helping? I am not helping me. And let's be honest, if I am not my best self, how am I going to pour into my patients who are children? How am I going to pour into my own children? I'm literally with kids every single day. And if you know anything about children, they require a large amount of patience. And I didn't have that patience today. I didn't have it today. I didn't have it yesterday. Actually, I didn't have it the day before that. But I mean, what can I do? They're my children. I did pay the big one to watch the little one. I was like, listen, I need a solid, uninterrupted couple hours. And by couple hours, I mean get the milk out the freezer and don't wake me up. Thank you. And you know, a teenager, they're going to do anything for some change. And before you say, why did I pay my child to watch his sibling? It's because that's his sibling. That's not his child. It's just not, oh, I don't feel like it, so Jada, you have to do it. No, it's a Friday night. Not that he was going anywhere, but he want to relax and watch his movies, play his game, FaceTime his, whatever the case may be. He also wanted his downtime. So yes. Now, when I say pay him, he probably going to get a couple dollars on his Cash App. And he gonna be all right. He actually be happy. He actually doesn't mind keeping his little brother. So I really didn't even have to do all of that. But I also don't want him to, at this age of finding himself, that 14 age going into 15, like that, oh, my childhood, I always had to watch my little brother. He actually doesn't. He only has to watch. He doesn't have to watch his little brother at all. It's every so often we're like, Jaden, please, can you help us with OC and just keep him away from this area? Because that's the biggest thing. It's just like, keep him, go take him upstairs and lock the door. That's what y'all say. We have a bonus room up there. It's a bathroom. It's a bedroom. Y'all don't come out. I will leave food at the door. Okay? But that is what I had to do last night to get a solid 4 hours of uninterrupted sleep. That sleep was so good. Child, I woke up, thought it was, technically it was the next day, but I thought it was like the next day morning time because I slept so well. I slept from 8 to 12:30. Best sleep I'd had in a long time. And that's the longest bit of sleep I've had in 2 years. I've not slept all night in over 2 years. Remember that as well. But anyway, to all my moms out there and dads are also stay-at-home parents too. You're doing a great job. You're doing a good job. And if you are like me and you, or not even a stay-at-home mom, not even like me, if you are a parent and there's just a day that you know that you cannot give yourself, your job, or your children at least 50%, call out. You can't call out from your kids. I mean, you can if there's a grandparent who would take them. But work, you can call out. They're going to be okay. Shout out to my coworkers who text me because I don't call out and I don't miss and make sure I was okay. Asked if I needed anything. I've got my hydration. I've got all the things to stay hydrated. I just need to stay hydrated. I need to rest and I need to get myself better. And we'll try again next week. And it'll be a better week. So remember to take care of you. And like my girl Nikki says, you have to fill the cup of which you pour from. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. So fill your cup up.